Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, let's talk Android gaming. If you still think it's just, simple little time wasters, think again. It's really gone through this big premiumization. Today we're digging into how it's basically become a console-like experience and, crucially, how physical controllers fit into that picture. But there's this weird paradox, right? Android's got this massive global market share, dominates it, yet the revenue story, it's completely different. We're going to unpack why that is and what it means for you, the player.
Yeah, it's really fascinating. The whole mobile gaming market is shifting. You look at the numbers, global mobile game revenue, it's set to soar, like over $100 billion by 2025. Huge numbers. And this is the kicker, the aha moment actual game downloads. They're dipping. Down about 6-7% this year.
Wait, downloads are down, so how does that work? How are they making more money? That seems backwards.
Well, it's not really seen as a problem, more like a strategic shift. Developers aren't just chasing sheer download numbers anymore. They're focusing hard on keeping the players they have, using things like live ops, constant updates, events, new content, and maximizing lifetime value, basically how much you spend over the whole time you play the game.
Ah, okay. So deeper engagement, longer play times.
Exactly. And that naturally favors games that are, deeper, more complex, the kinds of games that really shine with a controller. Think about strategy games. They're a tiny slice of downloads, maybe 4%. But revenue, they pull in something like 21.4% of all mobile game revenue. It's wild.
That makes a lot more sense. It's about the dedicated player. But that brings us back to Android's specific situation. You mentioned the market share, 71% globally, massive. Yet the Google Play Store revenue last year, what was it? Like $46.7 billion?
Yeah, compared to Apple's App Store at over $103 billion. Less than half.
Wow, that's a huge gap. Why? What's going on there?
It often pushes developers towards an iOS-first strategy, especially for those premium paid games. The big reason is Android's notorious fragmentation.
Ah, fragmentation, meaning thousands of different devices, different screen sizes, different Android versions.
Precisely. It just makes development and testing way more complicated and expensive compared to the more standardized iOS ecosystem.
Okay, so that's the market reality. But pushing towards this premium experience is the hardware, right? This whole saucy arms race.
Oh, absolutely. The system on a chip, the phone's brain, it's just incredible now. Chips like Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 4, MediaTek's Dimensity 9400, they're bringing power that seriously rivals consoles. We're talking hardware retracing stuff that was pure high-end PC territory just a few years ago.
Right. It's not just about making current games run faster. It's enabling totally new kinds of games on mobile.
Exactly. And it's not just the chip. You've got dedicated Android gaming handhelds popping up using things like Qualcomm's G-series chips, foldable phones giving you a bigger screen in your pocket, even new battery tech on the horizon, like graphene, promising maybe double the playtime.
And the controller ties it all together. Native games, emulation, cloud streaming.
It becomes the universal input, unifies the whole experience.
So let's talk about the actual games you can play with a controller. There are great examples, right? Native games.
Definitely. Titles like Dead Cells, Stardew Valley, they prove you can sell premium paid games successfully on Android. People will pay for quality. But then you look at a giant like Genshin Impact, huge popular game. It took them 4 years after launch to add controller support on Android.
4 years? Seriously, how long after iOS got it?
iOS got it about 3 years earlier. It just really highlights how Android can sometimes feel like a second-class citizen for certain big developers, even when the demand is obviously there.
That's frustrating. So if native support can be slow, people look elsewhere, like subscription services.
Right. You've got Google Play Pass. It's cheap, like $4.99 a month, and offers this huge library, maybe 800 to 1,000 games. But honestly, a lot of it can feel like wading through shovelware, low-quality filler.
Finding the gems can be tough. What's the alternative?
Netflix Games is really interesting. It comes free with your Netflix subscription, 0 ads, 0 in-app purchases, and the games are curated. Quality titles like Hades, TMNT, Shredder's Revenge. It's a much smaller library, but focused on quality over sheer quantity.
So quality versus quantity there. What about cloud gaming, streaming console, or PC games.
That's the other big piece. Xbox Cloud Gaming offers a massive library through Game Pass Ultimate. Great value. But the experience can be hit or miss due to input lag. Sometimes it's fine. Sometimes it's pretty noticeable, like 100 to 700 milliseconds. Can be rough for fast-paced games.
Yeah, lag is the killer for cloud gaming. Any better options?
NVIDIA GeForce Now generally performs much better, often lower latency, and you can stream up to 4K at 120 FPS on the top tier. The catch is you need to own the games already on Steam or other stores.
Okay. Any other players?
Amazon Luna is the really unique one here. Their Luna controller connects directly to Wi-Fi, bypassing your phone for the connection. This cuts down latency significantly, maybe by 17 to 30 milliseconds compared to Bluetooth. It makes cloud gaming feel much more responsive, closer to local play.
Interesting tech solution. Now, circling back to the developers, that fragmentation issue keeps coming up.
It's a constant headache, inflates costs, delays releases. It's just the reality of developing for Android's diverse hardware. And for the big free-to-play games like Call of Duty, mobile, they rely on really sophisticated ways to make money.
Right, not just ads. Things like battle passes, direct cosmetic purchases.
And gotcha mechanics, those luck-based loot box systems.
Yeah.
It's a complex mix to drive revenue in the F2P space.
And there's this newer trend, too, developers selling stuff directly.
Yeah, direct-to-consumer or DTC web shops. Developers are setting up their own websites to sell in-game currency or items directly to players. This lets them bypass the 30% cut that Google and Apple take from in-app purchases.
So potentially better deals for players and more revenue for the devs.
Potentially, yeah. And it gives developers a direct relationship with their players, more control. It's definitely a trend to watch.
Okay, so wrapping this up. The console in your pocket on Android feels like it's actually here now, right? High-quality games, proper controller support.
Undeniably. The potential for high-fidelity, controller-driven gaming on Android is absolutely real.
But it's not simple. That fragmentation means complexity. Getting that ideal experience isn't automatic.
Not at all. It really demands you, the player, make conscious choices. Picking the right phone or handheld, critically looking at the software options, native, cloud, subscription, understanding the trade-offs.
So the final thought here, that physical controller, it's way more than just an accessory, isn't it? It's kind of the key. The essential tool you need to really navigate this powerful but complicated new era of Android gaming. It's what makes the whole multi-lane highway actually drivable.